What's in the case?
Old art case that I used to have. It now lives in either the basement or around my room somewhere. Hidden, probably. Well, it used to be like behind my guitar rack, and you know.
But what's in the case?
Alright, first we have this picture of Ola England when I met him at Sweetwater. When he was with Washburn Guitars. He was there for a Washburn clinic, promoted his new Solar line of guitars, and I got his autograph, obviously. This is Chris Broderick and David Ellefson. They were also there at Sweetwater, like a couple months apart. And you know, I think there's a Sweetwater YouTube video up where David Ellefson's taking questions from the crowd. I actually got to ask him the last question. I asked him, like, what effects do you use on stage, if any? He's like, well, I use a flange. I use a flanger as the only effect that I would use on stage. But that's only for like one song, he said. Here is a cutting board mat. It has the measurements. Pretty cool. Alright, here is pedals. Obviously they're not sitting in here very good. Here is some Velcro that you can make like straps, like zip ties, kind of. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. This is a Digitech Jam Man. I got this from Guitar Center. It was on sale for I think like 80 to 90 bucks. Obviously now you probably get it for a lot cheaper, but at the time they were pretty new and found it on sale. I used to use loopers because I wanted to record myself, and you know, I didn't really have any way of doing it outside of a looper, and that was basically it. Here is a Joyo analog delay. Apparently I was told this analog delay is digital. My dog is out there barking at something. I don't know what he's barking at. But this is a great pedal for 20 bucks on Amazon. Pretty good. I got two of them. The second one around here somewhere. I think I've set it in a drawer. Alright, what else do we got? We have my personal favorite distortion box, this analog Big Muff Fuzz. This is probably my all-time favorite pedal right here. Best. Here's the little version of that. It's a double muff. I don't know, I usually like it on single muff mode, and you know, you just crank it all the way. Double muff mode becomes more of a distortion box, but I usually like it like this on the single muff. And just pushing it hard, it becomes like an overdrive. When I used to use it, I would use this double muff into the big muff. This set as like an overdrive into that, and that pushes it, and it adds like mid-range, and it's a little bit of mid-range, and just overall makes that like a lot heavier and awesome. Here is a Electro-Harmonix stereo pulsar. I bought this pedal long time ago. It has this really cool sound in there, which I usually can't get anymore. But where was it? It was somewhere like something like that. It would almost give you like this delay sound, like almost like a repeat. Even though it wasn't repeated, it was just like chopping the sound. But yeah, I don't know. I never really was able to get that tremolo sound worked out to ever use it. But here is an incredible pedal, the Chromatic Tuner TU2. This is the one I used to have at my old church, New Hope Baptist Church in Fort Wayne. When I played bass there, this was like the only pedal I had on stage, because you gotta check your tune and make sure you're in tune. This is a MXR SmartGate that I got used, obviously, from Guitar Center. This thing weighs a ton. It's really cool. I like this pedal. I need to use it, but I don't really know how. I mean, I'd probably have to run directly into this or create a loop inside my Helix stomp now, because that's basically all I use now is the Helix. I run directly into the Helix and I program something on my computer over there on my computer, and then I play and I monitor through my amps back here. And yeah, it has USB directly into my computer, and I just, record direct through that USB patch. So here is a classic overdrive. This classic overdrive is classic sounding. I bought it for like 20 bucks at Guitar Center on sale. I'm so glad that I did, because it sounds phenomenal. I don't know. It sounds like just a slight little push on your regular sound. It's really good. I usually crank the output. I give it a little bit of gain. I know people are like, no gain, all output. I like adding gain too. And I don't really like a lot of tone. I usually have it somewhere around like 40%, like, what is that, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, somewhere in there. Here is a Boss OC2 that I got used at Guitar Center for $79.99, $80. This is an incredible pedal. It looks cool. It sounds pretty cool. It doesn't give you the heavy sound that I was hoping for. I was kind of hoping for a sonic death destruction sound. But, whatever. It's nice to have. It's good to know I can sleep well at night knowing that I have this in my box. Here is a Boss Noise Suppressor NS2. This is the noise suppressor that Jim uses. He has only lead-based solder inside of his. It is the best. I bought this thing used at Guitar Center for $49.99. And yeah, I mean, it works cool. I don't know what else to say about it. This is a Boss 10-band, or what is this? MXR 10-band EQ. And as you can see, I boost the mids, I give it the big frowny face. Somewhere out there on the internet is a Kerry King video talking about the MXR 10-band EQ. He said he uses a big frowny face to push the mids, and that is the setting that he uses for his Slayer Carry King JCM 800. It has the Beast mod. The Beast mod is just a giant frowny face. Is his frowny face like this? No, this is more of a smirky frown. His frowny face might be more of a rainbow frowny face. His might be more of a smirk to the other side. I don't know. Here is a Boss with a greenback. So what's that mean? What's the greenback mean? I don't know. This is a Boss BF2 flanger. This is one of the only pedals I ever regret selling. Originally, I had a Boss BF2. I had a lot of Boss pedals that I sold to get a Crate Blue Voodoo half stack at a pawn shop in Fort Wayne. I forget what it was called, like Fort Wayne Pawn or something. But anyway, I sold a Boss BF2 and an RV3. Those are the two pedals that I wish I would have kept on to. I had also like an Super Overdrive, like a DD5, I think, or a DD6 digital delay. I don't know. The delay was nice. It had this little loop function. But yeah, this and the RV3 are the pedals that I wish I would have kept. I found this used at Guitar Center. I don't remember how much it was, like 40 bucks. Here is a MXR Prime Distortion pedal. I think I got this used, yeah, because there used to be a sticker on there. Probably got this for like 20 bucks, maybe 10, I don't know. I don't think I ever used it. I was hoping on maybe using it one day, but just never did. And it just sits in this box. I'm not a fan of distortion pedals, to be honest with you. I don't know. They're too trebly for me. Here is a Boss, I say Boss a lot. This is a MXR Phase 90 pedal that I got in a trade from a friend who I'm hoping will come over to play some guitar. And I want to trade him some pedals for a guitar that he has. Please, 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 please. Yeah, this is a Phase 90. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's not the best, but I like it. This is a Electro-Harmonix Neo Mistress. So this is like the Trinity pedal from The Matrix. I bought this used from Guitar Center for $39.99, and this thing is amazing. It sounds great. It's almost reminiscent of my old Boss or Electro-Harmonix Polychorus that I had when you put it on the flanger setting. I like that a lot. I wish I had that pedal still. I don't remember what I did with it. I think I sold it to Guitar Center because I was broke and I needed to pay some bills. It's what happens when you have kids. And before I worked at GM, and I was working for like $12 an hour or something. Here is an incredible pedal. This is called the Golden Path Effects Loop pedal that I bought on eBay. I think I put the green LED light. Do you hear that? There's like some noise in there. I think that's loose solder, or it might be a battery switch, but it sounds like there's some loose solder in there, because I've never really soldered anything onto a circuit board. This was the first time. It works, the green light, but yeah, this is great because I remember on my old pedal board I would have everything set up like that. That's not set up right now. It's a hot mess and it's disgusting, but anyway, I would have my two primary pedals would be my muff and my double muff, or the muff and the classic overdrive, you know, something like that. That was my main sound. And then if I wanted to add an effect, I could just have this in an effects loop, punch it on, that effect would work in, and then turn it off. And you know, like I could set a sound with, set the stage with the effects inside this loop. This opened my mind to so many things, and it was incredible, and I love it just because of that. This pedal is the Blue MXR Analog Chorus. This is a great pedal. It sounds great. Is it as good as a small clone by Electro Harmonix? It's pretty close. Probably better. The switch is better than the one I have, but I personally like the small clone better. You know, just simple. This is the Black Label Society Zakk Wylde special of that Blue Analog Chorus. This is just, from what I understand, everybody on the internet has told me, and on YouTube in my comments, they said, well, the Blue Chorus pedal is the same thing as the Zakk Wylde Black Label Society Chorus. Okay, but this one looks cooler, and I swear, I'm gonna make a video. This feels, when you're playing your guitar, this feels like there's a slight envelope, like a little noise gate or something, where it doesn't get washy. The Blue Analog Chorus is lacking that little bit of envelope, and it just gets muddy on the low end. I suppose you could adjust the low end cut, but this has it just built in. So if you had it, these both set the exact same, this one will sound better. This one doesn't get washy. This one does. This one gets all like, it's like struggling to handle the low end. This one takes it like a boss. Alright, this is the final pedal in the box. This is the MXR Flanger I bought used from Guitar Center, just like everything else. I think it says $69, $69.99 for like 70 bucks. I got this pedal. It has this really cool purple light on it. The light is purple. It's great. It's always on if you want it to be always on, which is one of the reasons why I bought it. I had heard great things about it, but I just don't care for it. I think it sounds boring, like a watered down flange. It's like, one day when I grow up, I will become a flanger, but this is not a flanger pedal. This is just a giant paperweight. This thing weighs like a pound and a half, at least. It's super heavy, takes up a lot of space on your pedal board. You have to use 18 volts or 2 batteries. I had to buy like the MXR ISO brick over there, especially for this thing, because I didn't have an 18 volt power supply. I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's an MXR, so you know it's good, but I just can't get any good sounds out of it. I don't personally care for it. What else do we have? Let's take a quick little gander at all the pedals that we have. Alright, over here we have, this is stuck. Alright, this is another TU2 tuner. I bought this used for 49 bucks at Guitar Center. This is a pedal that I bought brand new from Guitar Center. This is an amazing phase shifter. I like this better than the MXR Phase 90. This is the Electro Harmonix Small Stone. I like Electro Harmonix a lot. This is an incredible pedal. This is the Big Shot AVY box. You have little things on here to lift and adjust phase settings. And it has 2 outputs. So if you want to run to 2 amps like I like doing, you can adjust the switches because sometimes your phase will be out, and you know, it makes it sound good like 1 solid amp. This is the Dime Crybaby from Hell. This incredible wah-wah pedal that I no longer use. It just sits here. What do we have? We have this. All right, we also have this. Let me undo these. I have this pedal board. I don't even use it because I bought that Helix HX Top and I like it better. This is the MXR Zakk Wylde Overdrive. People say this is the same as the classic Overdrive. There's just a switch that you can do on the classic Overdrive. That one has like more low end. It's tailored. They say there's a switch inside to do the Zakk Wylde mod. Here is a MXR Custom Comp Deluxe pedal. I bought this at Sweetwater for like $100. It was on sale. I might have got it for 90 because it was on, like, it was 110 and I got it for like 90. It was on sale, so that's why I bought it. And I mean, as far as compressors go, it compresses. It does the compressor thing. Sounds good. And here's a Bonafide buffer by TC Electronic, and it works really well. It adds high end back into your signal. I met the guy. What was his name? I met the Vertex Rig Doctor. I forget what his name is. I don't know. But anyway, I met that guy at Sweetwater. It was awesome. He had just landed a deal to sell his Vertex pedals at Sweetwater. And I told him congratulations. And it was around the time I had just set up my pedal board. Obviously, it's not set up anymore. It's all ripped apart. But yeah, he, in his videos, he says, you know, you need to use like whatever you call it, like a buffer at the beginning and end of your effects. I noticed just by using one at the beginning, it helps a lot using the buffer. So, I don't know if he says to use 2. I suppose if I used this board again, I would add a second one. But yeah, you know, who knows? Here is a mess, but I use, sometimes I use this. This is a Fender Hot Rod DeVille 410, and I have some pedals on here. I have the Friedman BEOD, the Sweetwater exclusive with the special, what are they, like sugar skulls, special artwork on it. Here is my favorite chorus pedal. This pedal is very temperamental. The switch is broken, so it's always on. I set it and forget it and just leave it alone. Here is a MXR carbon copy analog delay. I don't use the modification, or whatever we call it, modulation, because I have this on. I could add that in. It just gives it a little extra chorus. Here is a Boss, or a TC Electronic Hall of Fame reverb. These 3 pedals are running in the loop. This is running in the front, and it sounds amazing. I like this. This is simple. I wish I still had the Emmett, the way huge Aquapus pedal. That pedal is better than this, but I sold it to a friend. You should be the Aquapus. This I bought from a friend because I needed a reverb. Bought it from one of my best friends, Corey Houlihan. Great guy, great guitarist guy. Oh my goodness, that guy can play anything. Yeah, good pedal. I bought this. This was actually like the second pedal I ever bought. The first pedal I ever bought. Alright, that is what's in my box, which is all the pedals that I have. I need to repack some of the pedals. That is like, if I'm going to use pedals and stuff, that amp right there is amazing. It sounds great. I used to use that Friedman. Just one time I used it like this. I used the Friedman as the input. I ran everything through the power and preamp stage, and so or through the effects loop, you know, bypassing the main input, and it sounds basically the same. The amp is truly, you know, very transparent. The preamp and the EQ is super transparent, and I love it. It sounds great. So the Friedman, you know, gives it entirely different sound. It has good